If you hate One Piece, it's just simply not going to work.
You hate One Piece, you hate me.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel that, because, like, I would much rather date someone who knows nothing about video games than to date someone who hates Zelda.
Yeah.
Because, like, we gotta fight at that point.
Right.
Now streaming Backseat Binge.
All right. We're back after a much-needed mental break.
Yeah.
On my end. And with that being said, of course, I come back with a lot of very odd, weird questions that you don't want to answer.
Fantastic.
But we're here anyways. So, who's your most hated celebrity? It doesn't even have to be a celebrity, just a famous person in general. Like, who's your most hated?
Okay. I don't know if it's my most hated, and this is for the dumbest reason imaginable, but ever since I was a child, I cannot stand Shania Twain.
Shania.
The reason is, once my family was on vacation, and we were staying at a Knights Inn. You remember those? They were great.
Yeah, I didn't do hotels.
Well, it was like a medieval themed hotel called Knights Inn. It was great. And Shania Twain's music videos were like on the TV, and my dad kept pointing at the TV and then looking at me and going, "Look, that's you." And it just annoyed me so much that like 25 years later, I still dislike Shania Twain.
I've disliked people for less, so I'm not even that mad at that.
Yeah.
But, all right. I mean, I thought you was going to say, like, I don't know, Hitler or, like, someone.
I mean, he shouldn't count as a celebrity.
Or someone, whatever. Yeah, that's fair.
And also, I feel like
he died.
That one's like kind of an obvious. Yeah, but he got to kill himself, though, so that's...
Yeah, that's cheap. He gets the kill in the death, so it adds. Like,
yeah.
No one gets credit for that. Either way, Shania Twain, PortgasD Sara, gets $1 million or $10 million, but Shania Twain gets $20 million.
Okay.
Do you take that deal or do you not?
I'm taking the deal.
You take the deal?
I still want $10 million.
You're not petty enough to make Shania Twain richer?
No.
Okay. How about you go into debt for like, I don't know, $500,000, but Shania is in debt for like $1 billion.
No. I can barely handle the debt that I'm in now.
But they're worse.
Yeah, but that doesn't do anything to help me, so...
Okay. That's a very mature answer that I did not expect. Listen, I'm in debt already.
Same.
That I'm not paying off.
We
all going down. That's all I'm saying. I wanted the drama. Clearly, I didn't get that today, and I'm a little disappointed. I blame you for that. Either way, my name is Moya Media.
And I'm PortgasD Sara.
Welcome to Backseat Binge, the podcast where we talk about a whole bunch of random stuff. It's supposed to be about games and anime, but we just out here doing whole bunch of stuff.
We just talk sometimes.
Yeah, we definitely talk. And I'm a fan of that, which is why I started a podcast.
Yes, it's nice.
So we have a couple, I need to confess some stuff that like, not really confess, like you know this, but like we filmed a few episodes and I didn't post them because there were a few things wrong with them that I didn't like the camera and stuff, like audio issues, just whatever. I should probably post them anyways, honestly, because worst case scenario is like...
People are still going to watch them.
Yeah, or listen, whatever.
And if anyone is like critiquing like, oh, this camera, then they can just get a different hobby.
That's true.
Like,
I mean, yeah, let's
They could get a different hobby and help us.
Ooh, for free.
Exactly.
Speaking of free, I have a deal, a proposition, but I want to get one thing at a time. Like,
okay.
To tackle one
we'll
thing.
get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Remind me.
Okay.
That being said, it's more so me being a perfectionist type thing. Like, it's not perfect, then like I don't want to put it out at all, which is what stopped me doing pretty much anything.
Yeah.
90% of my life. And I'm trying to get over that. So we're back here, new episode and new topic. That being said, before I go into the topic, the proposition.
Yes.
I bought a 3D printer.
Yes.
The one I was going to try to get Damon to buy.
You bought that one?
I bought it. For those of you who are into 3D printers, it's the K1 Max. It's a really big printer, but the thing about it is that it's really fast.
Oh, okay.
Really fast. So, like, prints that would take, like, 2 or 3 days, I've seen people print in under 1 day, which is extremely dope.
Wow.
To me.
Yeah.
Yes. And I kind of need a new 3D printer anyway, so I did it.
Yeah, I'm glad that Damon didn't end up buying that one because now he's not working, so...
Well, hold on. There's no time for him to waste money. I'm just saying, I have some 3D printers that I'm going to try to get rid of.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to talk to him. I'm going to talk to you. Let y'all, know the deals.
Okay.
And, if he's interested, he could buy one of them off of me.
Okay.
For, like, really cheap. Like, honestly, it's that or give them, like, throw them away or something. Like, I don't want them. But, like,
Okay.
I kind of want to get something off of them. So.
Yeah.
But they'll be clutch. They're clutch.
Good to know.
And I suggest everyone get into 3D printing because you can make some really dope stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
With, like, very little knowledge of anything, honestly. Like,
which is good.
In today's day, like with these printers, like they come out pretty much, they're good to go. Like you get them, you take them out the box, and then you're pretty much good to go. Nothing to do with today's topic. That's
that's par for the course on this show.
But you and Damon, that is part of today's topic.
It is.
And you want to tell people what the topic is?
This topic is, do you have to date a nerd?
Do you have to date a nerd? So what I was thinking, and this is a question I've kind of always just thought about pretty much for forever. People who are nerds, do they feel they need to date a nerd, or do they feel like can you date someone who's not into the stuff that you're into? And theoretically, this can apply for pretty much any genre. Like if you're like really into sports, can you date someone who isn't a sports head,
right?
Or sneakerhead, or pretty much anything?
Yeah.
So you go first. What is your take? What is your thoughts? Your opinions? Your everything? What's your social security number?
Once, no.
It's 12. I'm old.
It's 12. So I feel like now, having dated a very large nerd for almost 6 years, and him being
no side shame.
I meant like he's a big nerd. I didn't mean like, yeah.
I know, I'm joking. Sorry.
That came out really, like I was saying it and I was like, this isn't
As a very large nerd.
This is not how I mean it to sound, but either way, he's a nerd.
Okay.
He has been for years. And before we started dating, I did not consider myself to be a nerd. Like I liked, like Game of Thrones. I had seen Lord of the Rings and I was like, wow, this stuff is really cool. But I wasn't like, oh my God, like you know what I mean? I was very like casual.
Right.
I actually have a really funny story about before Damon and I started dating. So way back in the day, this had to be like 2017 or 18. Yes. I was on the hell site that is OkCupid.
Ooh.
Are you familiar?
I am very familiar. I'm unfortunately familiar with everything.
It is a cesspool. I hated that site so much more than all the other ones combined because I always got the weirdest messages on that site. I got a message one time from a person and all it said was, "What up, white girl?" And by the time I got it, they had deleted their profile. So I don't know who that was. I got so many marriage proposals. I was...
you know what? They were probably trying to get green cards.
Yeah, well, I didn't answer them. I also got a lot. Yeah, I got a message once from like a Middle Eastern guy, and he was like, "There are no pretty girls in Pittsburgh." And I was like, "Have you walked outside in Pittsburgh? Like, I am not the gold standard here. I know that."
So my thing is, when people say stuff like that, are they telling you that like you're part of that demographic that they don't think is pretty? Like what? Like
he was trying to say that I was pretty and the rest of the girls in Pittsburgh weren't, and I was like, "You're so incorrect about this."
That's okay.
Yeah. In a similar vein, this is not at all on topic, but I posted a TikTok the other day about Berserk because I watched the 97 anime and then I watched the Memorial movie episodes, and now I'm reading the manga and it has taken over my brain. So I posted a TikTok and I was like, I just can't, like, it's taking over. Like, it's all I think about. And some dude commented and said, like, absolutely beautiful and so my type and a great taste in anime. Just please tell me you don't have a tattoo of a lion or a tiger on your thigh. And I made a video because I had the time. I was like, you know what?
You should.
So I was like, what did you think this was going to accomplish? Like, I'm not your type. I'm not available. And even if I was, not to you. And then some other dude commented and was like, you should just take the compliment because I don't find you attractive at all. And I said, crazy how I didn't ask for your opinion at all. And then they didn't say anything after that. So
there has to be a study done, and it probably honestly is already done, on people who shoot the longest shot possible on, like, public posts.
Right.
Like, do they actually think it's gonna work?
Right. The internet can see this.
Yeah, like
go outside.
For real. Touch all of the grass you can see.
But yeah, so that was my very unrelated tangent. But anyway, back to OkCupid, which is the worst.
Yes.
So I was like casually talking to this person for like a day, and he asked me.
That's pretty long for OkCupid.
That is fair. But he asked me if I liked anime. And at the time, I didn't know that anime was bigger than like Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon. So I was like, oh, no, like I didn't watch it growing up, so like I don't have like the nostalgia factor. And then he never answered me again.
Wow.
If you're watching this video, for some reason, I don't know what to tell you.
Sara is thriving, all right? That's what we need to tell you.
Thriving and loves anime.
He's going to respond now.
I'm going to get a DM on like Instagram and be like, that was me.
Hey, so now that you're into anime.
But yeah, so that happened. And then I started dating my boyfriend. And within a month, he had me hooked on Death Note. So here we are, almost 6 years later.
I feel like if you have used OkCupid for longer than like a month, you're probably entitled to a settlement or something.
I spent years on that site. They better give me so much money.
Yo, I got some... That should be a whole another episode because I got some stories, yo.
Oh my God, can we please do an episode about like the worst things that we've experienced on dating apps?
Oh, that's the next episode. I'm sorry, that's 100%.
We can film it right now. Like we finish this one, we do the next one. I am so serious.
Yo, oh man, people are so weird. I got catfished.
Oh no.
On OkCupid specifically.
Oh no.
Yeah. And honestly, the person was like, they were cool talking to them, but they're like really into video games and whatnot. So I'm like, okay, yeah, she's like, whatever. The sad part is the picture wasn't even that attractive. I didn't even I wasn't like, oh, she's super hot and she's into video games. I was thinking like she's into video games and she's okay. I'm not mad at that. Like,
it's not a bad thing.
Yeah, let's see what's up. Yeah, I see why she posted that picture.
How did you find out it was a catfish?
Because I saw her in person. Yeah.
Oh, like you were supposed to go on a date or like...
We did go on a date.
Oh my God.
And yeah, first off, it wasn't even a date. It was like more so like we're walking around the mall.
Oh, okay.
Just kind of get to know each other. It was like me, her, and her gay best friend.
Oh, okay.
And they were talking the whole time. And I was just like... Already mentally deleted your number.
I was going to say, so you're the third wheel in this situation?
On top of like, I'm not going to be mean about like how she looked. I'm just going to say nah. Like,
fair enough.
Yeah, that's like, I wish all the best to them. This also might have been 2017, to be honest. Like, I don't
Listen,
remember.
That year was awful.
It was wild. Trump was president for a year. Nothing made sense. Like,
that year was so bad.
Yeah. But yeah. Cool people, though, I guess. I think. I don't know. I kind of just zoned out that whole day, to be honest. Like, I kind of blacked it out from memory. That being said, so you've been dating Damien.
Yes.
And got into anime, like...
Immediately.
Yeah. Okay.
And I remember on our first date, like, I was really quiet because I'm, a quiet and shy person. You guys might not believe this, but it's true.
Yes.
And then he started talking about Game of Thrones, and he was like, once I brought up Game of Thrones, I couldn't shut you up because you were so into Game of Thrones. And I was like, oh yeah, I do remember that.
That's fair. Yeah. You get the right topics out and it's a wrap.
Yeah, and that was that.
Okay. So how did he get you into anime? Like, was it just like a suggestion type thing? Or?
So we had talked a lot about like movies that I liked, and I like a lot of like psychological movies.
Okay, yeah, I guess.
So he was like, okay, I have a show that I think you're really going to like. It's an anime called Death Note. And he was like, if you get to like episode 6 and you don't like it, like, this probably isn't going to work out. And I was like, okay.
Like the relationship.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, it was early on. And in his defense, Death Note is like one of the best things ever created.
That's fair.
And episode 6 is where insane things happen. So... started it after like episode 1. I was like, please keep putting this on. Like, I need to watch this so much. And yeah, now here we are.
That's fair. Okay, so yeah, specifically because of this podcast alone, I've learned so much about you.
Yes.
The number one thing that I've just like was mind blown is the fact that you weren't born watching Dragon Ball Z. Like I thought you was like just the biggest like.
Nope.
You've been a fan since like day one.
I didn't watch Dragon Ball Z until 2021.
See, that's wild.
Yep.
That's like 40 years.
Yeah.
40.
Yeah.
40.
Yeah. 30 plus 10.
That there. You saw the math being done in my
I
head.
did. I could see it.
It's like, how else do I say this number? 80 and half.
28
Like,
plus 12. 50 minus 10. That's all the math I can do today. It's Friday.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we're off the clock. Either way, damn.
Yeah.
Like that's wild. And I never would have known that about you, but like,
Yep.
you know, mainly because the tattoos and all that, like I just kind of assumed that you've been a lifelong fan, but you know, out here lying to people, it's fine. It's cool. It's whatever. You know, you do what you want to do. All right, that's interesting. That's a cool take because I guess we're actually the same. Like as far as like couple wise, because like
Yeah.
I've been the nerd, and Asia didn't know what anime was when I met her.
Oh.
Yeah. She probably knew what anime was, but she probably same thing. Like she thought it was like 4 or 5 different shows or something like
Yeah.
that. She just knew them as cartoons and didn't understand why grown men watched them. And then she met a grown man that watched them, and now she's a grown woman that watches them.
You made her watch Demon Slayer, and now here you are.
Yeah, because like she also like, and we actually talked about this like I think the other day, like pretty much how many like things that she's changed about herself, kind of since she's met me, like how influential I've been, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, and that topic came up because she's about to get an Android phone.
Oh, you converted her.
I got one. One person. Converted one. Actually, I probably should edit that out because we didn't break the news to her family yet. She's about to ruin a lot of group chats. We got to like sit them down.
Please don't be alarmed. Everything is fine.
It's just her texts are now green. I'm sorry. Yeah, so when we first met, she didn't know what any of that stuff was, right? And the first show I think I tried to get her to watch was Avatar, because in my mind, I'm thinking Avatar is the best thing that's ever been created on Earth,
Right.
ever. There's like, I don't know, there's sliced bread, there's like Jesus, and then there's like, okay, I'm not going to finish that because I feel like a lot of Christians.
And then above Jesus is Avatar.
And then way below Jesus is Avatar. But it's in the same, like, it's the same scale. I've been forgetting stuff I say is, like, goes online. So, can't be that blasphemous. But Avatar's everything. And yeah, again, we're going to have this conversation about how you need to watch all of it.
I know.
I'm very disappointed in you as a person. But whatever. She got to, I want to say episode 7, maybe, and was like, yeah, I can't do this. It's too childish. It's too cartoony. It's too, like, it's not for me.
That explains why she likes Tokyo Ghoul and Parasite so much, because they are not childish.
Not even a little bit. Episode 1 had bodies being caught, yo. Like, people were just dying left and right.
Yep.
And she's like, yeah, this is me. I was like, yeah, all right, that's not creepy at all. But
you know what's funny is I remember when we got my brain just stopped.
Yeah, it sounded like you started.
I short circuited for a second there.
That's fine. That's gonna happen. Honestly.
But I remember when we went go-karting together, we were talking and she was like talking about how she didn't like stuff that was like super dark, and now here she is.
Yo, I think so. She likes dark stuff, but also it has to have a good ending. So like the villains winning, nah, they can't win. Like the good guys have to win.
So you haven't gotten her to watch the Marvel movies yet, because she's not gonna like how Infinity War ends. She
says she's seen them all, but she was like a really casual watcher. Like she barely paid attention. I don't think. But we've seen like a handful of Marvel movies since then. So I don't know if she's seen Infinity. I think she did, but we didn't see it together. I know that much.
Right.
I'm gonna make her see it, cause I want to see this reaction.
Yeah.
I did make her. When we did watch Naruto, I did film her reaction to Jiraiya dying. Yeah, that wasn't even funny. That was just like, I felt bad for her.
Yeah.
I had to give her a hug.
Yeah, that happened to me 19 minutes, 35 seconds. We're talking about One Piece. So out of all the stuff that happens in One Piece, there's one thing that happened that made me sob uncontrollably. It's not what you're thinking. It has nothing to do with this person. They have to get rid of their ship, their original ship, the Going Merry. So they like set fire to it. Like, she's done. She can't carry them anymore. And there's this whole subplot where like the ship has like a soul. So the Merry is burning. They're all watching it burn. And then out of nowhere, the Merry just goes, "I'm sorry I couldn't carry you on another adventure." Sob. I'm like hyperventilating. I'm crying. I look at Damon and I'm like, why would they do this to me?
Yeah.
I'm weeping over a ship. Yeah. And it was just,
Yeah, that when you get attached to some characters, man, that's the worst.
And it's the ship. Like, I didn't think I was that attached to it, and then it was talking, and then I was like, what?
I've been attached to a ship before. Zelda, Wind Waker. For those who play, you know. For those who haven't, you don't know. It's fine. I was this close to making like a slave ship joke. I need to acknowledge, I'm not going to make the joke, but I need to let it be known that that's where my mind went instantly. Like, us as a community, we've also, unfortunately.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, listen, this is where I'm at mentally.
Yep, I feel it.
Anyways, that being said, but the thing is, the reason I bring this up though is because, like, you know, Asia's like into a lot of these things now, and it was never my plan. Happy as hell she's into it because like,
absolutely
she's into like anime. She's like pointing anime out and whatnot. Like, oh, we should watch this. We should do that. Blah blah blah.
Which ones does she want to watch?
So, right now we are watching Solo Leveling, and you don't like it? Damn.
We finished the season, and I was like, okay.
So we have.
I told Damon, I was like, you can watch season 2 without me. I'm really, like, I'm all right.
That
like,
kind of hurts a little. Damn, I'm like the only one who likes it, I feel like.
I know that a lot of people were disappointed who read the webtoon about, like, the pacing. I didn't read it, but I also felt very, like, they are rushing and they would just, like, throw things in there, and I'm like, oh, I guess we're supposed to know what that was. Like, oh, okay, sure, we're talking to these people now. I guess we're supposed to know who they are.
So we have, like, we're watching dubbed. Yeah, we're those people.
Nothing wrong with it.
And I think there's like 2 or 3 episodes left that haven't been dubbed yet.
Gotcha.
So we haven't finished the season, but I don't know. I liked it so far. Like, I don't really have any complaints, but I'm also casually watching it though. It's not like.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was also hard because up until the season ended, we were watching A Sign of Affection, which you know is my anime of the year. It just is. Okay. So we would watch that. And then Solo Leveling. So I was coming off the high of, like, one of my favorite manga getting adapted, and the adaptation is so good. Gotcha, and then here's Jinwoo. I don't really care that much. Like,
my man got tall. I don't know. I'm a fan.
His hair got different. I don't know.
Yeah, he got stats. I don't know.
He got rid of that little bob he was rocking. And
oh, man. What else? She I know she's looking forward to, not necessarily an anime, I guess, but what's it called? Parasite live action.
Yeah, we just saw we just saw it on Netflix today.
Is it? When does that drop?
I think it's on now.
Oh, it's out now.
I think it's out.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold my opinion, I guess. I was gonna say that I have zero faith in it being good because live action.
I watched the trailer though. It seemed like they did the Parasites justice, and it's Korean made, which gives me a lot of hope because they know how to do horror stuff very well.
Okay, all right, yeah, we might watch that tonight, to be honest. But all right, cool. I don't remember if there's any other ones, but yeah, I know Solo Leveling's like the main thing we're watching. We're also very slowly getting through Bleach. So not a new recommendation or anything, but
it takes a while. Once it picks up, you're in it. But
yeah, she's starting to feel that it's like dragging a little bit, but we're still slowly getting to Rukia.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah,
still pretty early on, but yeah. So she's into like anime and stuff like that now, right? She was never really against the idea of cosplay. She just didn't know it existed. So she's always been a fan of like Halloween, like doing costumes and stuff for Halloween. Like she's always like that. So I introduced her to cosplay, and she's all for it now.
Yeah.
Trying to think if there's any other nerdy aspect. She be playing Tekken now. Like last time you was over here,
she was.
Like, I mean, to be fair, that's like an old thing. She's always been into Tekken. Point is, she's like way more into nerdy stuff now.
Yeah,
and that was never my intention. But I'm happy as hell about it.
Yeah.
But I will say, me personally, it would be nice to date someone who's into all of that stuff. But I don't necessarily think I need to be with someone who's like into like any of those nerd stuff.
Yeah, I think it would be like if the connection was already strong enough without like having shared interests, and like cool.
Right.
But it's also nice if you just already have stuff to talk about and you're like, oh my God, did you watch this show? Oh my God, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, because we were like, when we first started dating, like, and she wasn't into any of that stuff, like we got along pretty well, like off the bat. So like it wasn't like, you know, it was awkward and then we, you know, had something to talk about or anything like that. But I do know that like that's always been like, I don't want to say a fantasy, but like that's something that people always like. I feel like a lot of gamers want like that gamer girlfriend type thing.
I know. Oh, this was a while ago, but Damon told me that like one of his friends or one of his coworkers or something was like, you don't understand how lucky you are that now your girlfriend likes all the stuff that you're into. Like that's so rare. And I was like, yeah, you're welcome. And he was like, actually, you're welcome.
Wait, what happened? Because you connected him, or he?
Because he's the one who got me into all the stuff.
You said.
Yeah, his friend was saying like, you don't know how rare that is.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that definitely is that. I don't even know if that's rare, to be honest. Like, because I would have said like, I don't know, a couple of years ago I would agree, but then you know I started going to conventions,
right?
And I was like, oh, to like run into a girl who's into that stuff. Yeah, I feel like that might be kind of rare, but like to meet them in their natural habitat,
right?
So. I mean, that is dope, though. That's a dope feeling. But I will say, I think what ruined it for me is, I'm not going to say any names, but I've talked to girls who have been into video games, and I've learned really quickly, I don't care about that if they're trash. Because why are we going to play League of Legends if you're going to feed and you're just going to be trash? And like, I don't want to play with you. I'm going to be honest. Like, I would rather play by myself. It's not fun. Like, I'm sorry. I'm a nice guy, so I would never say it. But like, if you're not good at the game, like, I don't want to do that. I'm going to be honest. Like, I'd much rather you play your game. Let me play mine at that point. Like, it's like, I think like, the fantasy comes in with like them being just as good as you, or like vice versa, like whatever, like you know, on the same. If you're on the same like skill, like the same skill level or whatever, then yeah, I can see it being dope. Because at that point, you just got a friend that you're playing with, that you live with, and casually hook up with, and, like, right? So I think like that makes sense, but like because of the experience of like being frustrated that they can like used a potion or like heal, like I don't know, just like real basic stuff. Like to me it was like I'm good. Like I feel
like that's how Damon probably felt trying to play Baldur's Gate with me that one time, like 3 weeks ago.
He might have, but like the difference is he knows you don't play games.
Yeah,
he's
that's
trying
true.
to teach you to play.
That's true.
Like I've tried to teach. Asia has never been a gamer, like other than playing Tekken. So like I never really got frustrated or annoyed or whatever with her, like trying to teach her how to play a game. I'm talking about people who already do this on their own.
That's fair. Yeah.
Like at that point, I'm just like, bye. Like I don't know. Like I'm not like. I wouldn't like obviously not talk to someone if they're not good at games or anything
right.
like that. It's just like that desire to have like that gamer girlfriend is like just not there for me.
Yeah.
Not anymore, at least.
Now you have a cosplay girlfriend, so
much better. Yeah. Honestly, like I'd much rather have that.
Because now we can do really cool group cosplays.
I'm saying, yeah, pending Spider-Verse.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, I bought a 3D printer that I just told you about. I'm still trying to sell the old one.
Yep.
For all of 20 minutes now. Yeah, I got some stuff I'm gonna be printing for that. One thing that discourages me about cosplay though is so I met this guy at Katsucon, right? Mm-hmm. And he was like, we were talking about my cosplay, per usual. And
what else is new?
He was talking about how he's also going to do Prowler, right?
Okay.
And I think that at the moment he was dressed up as like just a normal person. Like he was just like out of cosplay. Mm-hmm. He had a camera. I think he was just like, we were taking. Or no, he might have been. I don't know. Either way.
You talked to so many people about your cosplay at Katsucon, to be fair.
Yeah. Either way, he was saying that like he also has the same like 3D files for like the Prowler helmet, and he actually planned on doing it himself and whatnot. So like we follow each other on Instagram, and I see him on Instagram, and he just did the Prowler cosplay.
Yeah.
And I don't like the fact that I think he looks better than me. To be fair, you look at his Instagram, you could tell he cosplays.
Yeah.
Like he cosplays, but he don't play. Like it's like he's like really.
We're like, we do this for fun, and he's like, I do that. This is my life.
Like me and you, we cosplay in lowercase. He's like all caps. Like
exclamation points, underline, bold italics.
For real. Like bigger font. Like I don't know. I didn't know how to add to that. But point is like. All of his like stuff that he posts is like is mad dope.
Yeah.
And he posted that he posted his Prowler cosplay, and I'm like, I gotta be better.
Yeah, but maybe he saw yours and was like, damn, I need to do what he did, and then he went and made his,
and then
was
got
like,
better,
and then was like, oh, now I look like him.
Yeah. So then now I gotta see his. Now I gotta go better now, and then to the point where like we're both just gonna be animated characters in the Spider-Verse.
Yep.
Like, we're just gonna be Miles G. Morales.
Yeah, that is definitely something that's very disheartening about cosplay, when you just try to do it for fun and you have like closet cosplays, and then you see the people who obviously do it like full time, and you're like, oh, why do I even bother? No one cares about mine. Like
there is a discourse going on TikTok, you know, for the moment till we lose it forever.
Yep.
About how conventions are different now because apparently back in the day, people used to go for fun and like, you know, the panels or like meet the, you know, celebrities, all that stuff.
And now it's all like filming content and like
filming
all that stuff.
And it's what's the word? Like a beauty pageant basically.
Yeah.
Or a competition. Like people are just going there for like the most attention and like.
Can I also say I love that we went to Katsucon fully prepared to like spend an entire day filming content for the podcast, and we didn't do a single thing.
Not a thing.
Not even a picture that was like, where it get? Nope.
Nah. And on the road, I'm okay with that because
yeah, me too.
Like I haven't been to a con in forever, and I kind of forgot how fun it is, and like to take it out. I just want to be in the moment.
Yeah, and I think for me it was fun because that was obviously the biggest con that I had been to, and same with Damon, and it was fun like hanging out with people who like A, actually wanted to hang out with us,
right, and
B, like we're just like vibing. So I was like I had those tiny mics in my bag all day, and I was like, not even worried about it. And then we were at the bar and we were dancing. Speaking of, you have dance moves.
I be trying to tell people I'm out here, yo. So like, let me tell you about back in my prime. You know, back in the golden years when my knees didn't hurt. Which is probably why my knees hurt now, to be honest. So yeah, so all my friends now, like anytime they hear like the song Teach Me How to Dougie in like a reel or like whatever, they'll send it to me because, you know, I'm the person they think of. Were you teaching everyone how to Dougie? Man, listen, you remember the bars at IUP, right?
How could I ever forget? None of them are there anymore.
I've heard Boomies is back.
Boomies is back?
Boomies is back. I've been told. The people have told me.
I might have to go back to IUP for the first time in a decade.
So honestly, we were talking about that. And if we go, like, yeah, you got to slot through. Yeah. Yeah. Because Asia was like, oh, yeah, I never, like, had the college experience. I kind of want to see what it's like.
IUP is the place to do it.
Yeah.
She could...
Yeah, we're gonna...
She could turn up in Indiana.
Yeah. Yeah. I am the demographic that I used to judge back then, but I'm okay with that.
I was the demographic who was turning up. at 15-cent Wells nights, 35-cent Wells nights at Boomie's on Tuesdays.
God, man, that can't be legal.
I could get a pitcher of a whiskey sour for $3.50, and I would drink the whole thing, and then I would go to class the next day. If I drank that much now, I would be in bed for 3 days.
We were immortal back then.
Literally, we were indestructible. I don't understand.
Yo, I don't know how it works, but either way, point is, back at the bars, like, they would play music or whatnot, and Teach Me How to Dougie come on, the entire bar, everyone just moves out the way. Spotlight comes on for me. All right, relax, everyone.
This is a weekly occurrence for Moya.
I swear, that's what it was like. Like,
amazing.
Teach Me How to Dougie would come on, and I was just, like, in front of the entire, like, everyone just like start going off, like me and my friends and like whatnot. There has to be footage out there somewhere.
There has to be.
So pretty much like that's all we did. That's like honestly the whole reason I wanted to keep going to college. Like,
yeah,
if I didn't know if I didn't know how to dance and like didn't go into parties, I probably would have dropped out. Like, being completely honest.
Well, because that's why you go to IUP, not for 100%. The education, for the parties and the drinking.
I went to class once. Like, I don't know.
The classes were more like a side quest.
They were optional. Yeah.
The real mission was the party.
For real. Good times, man.
This podcast brought to you by
IU Patties.
I miss IU Patties t-shirts.
Yeah, they were always creative.
My favorite one was, I think, for IU Patties 2013, and it said, "Piss off, I'm feckin' Irish," and I bought it so fast.
Oh, man. Who made those shirts? Like,
I don't know. I never knew. They would just be outside the hub, and I'd be like, that one's dumb, that one's dumb. I need this one.
Yeah. Those are good times, man. Yeah. 100%. Well, assuming IEP is the same, because, I don't know, things change.
They might have changed.
Yeah,
it's been a minute since we were there.
IEP might be boring now, to be honest.
It might be.
That'd be sad.
If Wolfie's isn't there anymore, if there's no booty shaking contest on a weekly basis.
I was telling Asia about the Tower of Power. I was trying to explain it. Yeah.
Oh my god. It sounds like we're making it up.
It definitely sounds fake.
It sounds like we collectively like took acid or something. We were like, oh, there's this bar and there's a booty shaking contest in the tower, but like it doesn't sound real. So
for those who don't know, the Tower of Power is basically a tower. It's like a podium. Think of like, the first place, second place, third place type thing. You get on the top and they would have like a twerk contest like once a week, right? And the winner would win like $100.
Yep.
And my friend would go up there anytime like she just wanted money, because she was always winning. And like, yeah, no one stood a chance, I'm be honest. Like, yeah, she was really about it. And it was, but I heard like I've never actually seen her get money, to be honest. So like, I don't know. And I was talking to someone, and they said like it might have been like gift cards or something to like Coney or something.
She was just walking out the bar, and people were like, "Nice job."
It was just tips.
It was just creepy dudes being like,
"Yeah,
good job."
That's another podcast episode we could do. It's
creepy dudes,
creepy environment, like creepy experiences at IUP. Because
yep,
I got some stories.
Oh God, so do I. All right, yeah, we're adding that to the list.
Yeah, this episode has brought on
episodes
so many more.
That have nothing to do with nerds, but everything to do with our lives.
Surviving IUP, dropping soon. All right, so riddle me this: dating a nerd or not dating a nerd? Mm-hmm. Say you were single, but you're still the person you are now. So you have the experience, you have all the XP, and the levels and all that stuff. Of nerdism, nerdiness,
nerddom
stuff.
I don't know.
And things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing my hands.
Things and stuff. I don't know either.
Yeah. Either way. Do you feel like, would you have to, or not even have to, how important would it be to find a new partner that's into that stuff that you are into?
I feel like it would be important. Maybe not like a make or break type thing, but if I met somebody who like they had only ever watched like, I don't know, like The Big Bang Theory, and they're like, this is my favorite show. Okay, I don't have a lot to work with here. But if I met somebody who was like, I like Harry Potter and like Game of Thrones and like Lord of the Rings, like, okay,
right,
there's like a foundation. We can build on this. If you're cool with me showing you really cool shit, all right.
Okay, that's fair.
Or even starting off with like, okay, do you want to do like a Harry Potter cosplay? You want to do like a Lord of the Rings cosplay? Because weirdly enough, I'm the one who got Damon into cosplay.
I can see that. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So when did you get into cosplay? It was like TikTok?
Yeah, it was like fall of 2020, like right after I joined TikTok. And then I was like, people dress up like these characters. And then I bought a wig and yeah, here we are.
You did say this very first episode. I remember this now.
I probably did.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm right. Yeah. I'll take my word for it.
Okay.
So, so which one would you rather date? A guy who knows nothing about anything and has no interest in the stuff, or a guy who is into anime and knows about like all of these different fandoms and whatnot, but hates One Piece?
If you hate One Piece, it's just simply not going to work.
You hate One Piece, you hate me.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel that because like I would much rather date someone who knows nothing about video games than to date someone who hates Zelda.
Yeah.
Because like we got to fight at that point.
Right.
Like.
Yeah, we're not gonna make it.
Yeah.
I'm fine if you're indifferent and you're like, oh, okay, cool. It's a show about pirates, neat. And then like you ask questions occasionally, but if you're like, I hate One Piece, no.
That's fair.
I actually hate you. So
Can I see you outside? I just want to talk.
I'm not mad. I just want to talk.
Oh man. All right. Yeah. I feel that. I'm in the same boat. I would say for me, as far as like dating, if I were to date someone new, which I told Asia many times, I'm not doing this again. So like, nah.
Nope.
100%. We locked in forever.
Yeah.
She met my mom. It's a wrap, yo.
That's it.
But if for whatever reason, I had to date again, I would prefer for someone to be into all of this stuff, but like I don't think it'd be necessary. Like for me, it's more so about us being cool, because I feel like I've met a lot of people that aren't cool, but are into this type of stuff that like, I wouldn't want to date. So I'm like, ooh, like, but it's not like, it's extra credit. That's how I see it.
Yeah, I agree.
It's like, sprinkles on top. But like if the ice cream's trash, I don't really want it. I do like to eat sprinkles.
I love sprinkles.
Like by itself?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good.
I definitely as a child would just like, it happened.
I remember the day I learned you could buy sprinkles.
It's probably a life-changing day for you.
I thought like you needed a plug or something. Like you just needed like the ice cream man. Like I didn't know. All of the ingredients were at the store.
You got the stuff? Yeah, I got the rainbow ones this time.
For real. Like they had listen, my childhood was weird, man.
Did you know that apparently rainbow sprinkles and chocolate sprinkles taste the exact same?
I will never believe that slander.
Neither will I.
Color means everything when it comes to flavor.
Yes.
Like, you've upset me.
Someone brought it up at my parents' house at Easter dinner, and it just popped into my head. And I was like, oh my God, I have to talk about this. Yeah. I don't believe it either. I eat chocolate sprinkles. I taste the chocolate. No, it's not just my brain lying to me. They are chocolate.
I will say, okay, so I don't think I necessarily believe that across the board.
Okay.
Because I think with Fruity Loops, or Fruit Loops, I always forget if it's fruity or fruit.
Yeah.
Either way, the loops
yes.
are fruits. I don't know if I think they all taste the same.
Yeah, I don't think I ever thought they tasted different.
They're it's so small that it's kind of hard to determine. Like, I need like one big green one and then one big red one.
I also didn't eat Fruit Loops. We were like a Cookie Crisp family, Cookie Crisp and Oreo O's. Remember Oreo O's?
Yeah. I will say cookie-based cereals never made sense to me, but I like them. Because, like, they're cookies.
Yeah. I remember when Oreo O's were new and then they took them away because they had so much sugar and we were devastated. They were like a special treat. Once a month, my parents would be like, okay, fine, we can get Oreo O's this week. We'd be like, yes.
So, I know if you had a wish, like a genie type thing, like most people would wish for like money and like, a relative to come back to life or all that boring stuff, whatever.
Boring? What are you about to say?
I need you to walk with me real quick.
Okay, we're walking.
There is a cereal that I've mentioned to so many people, and no one seems to remember them.
Okay.
And it makes me mad. I don't know if it's a Mandela effect. I don't know if I'm tripping. It might not have been in this reality, but it existed somewhere. That's all I know.
Somewhere in the multiverse.
Somewhere.
Moya ate this cereal.
For like a month straight. It's this cereal called Cinnamon Crunchers. Kellogg's. The box was like burgundy. And their whole marketing strategy was that like, the whole marketing scheme was that they were so good, you don't need milk. They were right. That cereal was so good.
I feel like I remember the name Cinnamon Crunchers.
They were so good. And they got discontinued. And I'm so mad. If I had all 7 Dragon Balls.
That's what you wish for.
That is the only wish I need in life. Like, everything else on Earth can stay the same.
Yep.
But I need those back.
You need Cinnamon Crunchers back.
I need them yesterday.
Yep.
They were so good, and I need to know that I'm not the only one who enjoyed them. Maybe I am because they're discontinued.
Maybe.
But still, I'm so mad that
Everyone was
gone.
buying Cinnamon Toast Crunch instead, and they were like,
They didn't know. Y'all didn't know. You didn't know what you were missing.
I don't think we were buying Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I don't really like cinnamon that much.
That's weird. You're the first person I've heard say that, ever.
I don't really like cinnamon that much. I don't know.
I have a friend who shouldn't like cinnamon anymore.
Oh, did they do the cinnamon
Yeah.
challenge? Oh, God. What?
Why not? Why not? That's the answer. Because why not? I am the type of person to prove people wrong, and they said it was impossible. So I was like, yo, this ain't impossible. I'm going to show you. But you do it, though. Let me record it. And that video is on my Facebook to this day.
Is it really?
Yeah, we did it in like high school.
I'm going to go find it.
Yeah, at least I hope it's still on. It should be. I'm going to go find it. I'm going to see if I can share it or something. Good times. Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
But cinnamon, I don't know, cinnamon's good. I like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. They are all right. Cinnamon Crunchers, amazing.
Yes.
I'm telling you, I'm going to find a box from like a time capsule from like 2002.
Oh, my God.
And you might die from them, but listen.
You're going to die happy.
So happy. You're going to wish you had more. Or less, because they actually might. To be fair, if they survived 20 years.
Probably shouldn't eat them.
Yeah, they're probably not that edible.
Probably a little questionable.
That's actually probably the main reason why they got discontinued.
Yeah.
Because, like, they will last longer than you.
Yeah, like Twinkies.
Yeah.
Didn't those get discontinued?
I think so.
I thought they did.
But I feel like I've seen them back, though.
Yeah, maybe there was so much outrage that they were like, you want this overly processed garbage? Okay.
But, like, I mean, it's America, though. Like,
That's all we do.
yeah,
is
come on.
overprocessed
Let us
garbage.
be the best at it, then. Like,
We're definitely the best at it.
I'm just saying, man.
No one else is even, we're playing a game that no one else is competing in.
Yeah, we're the
in that arena.
We're the only team.
Yes.
I'm okay with that, man. Listen. But I will say, yeah, I don't think I am curious as to how other people feel about this, though. Like, as far as, like, you know, do you feel like you need, if you're into something, do you feel like you need to date someone who's into that stuff? And I also kind of want to, like, one of the guest episodes might be asking someone who's not into nerd stuff at all, who, like, do they think they can date someone, or do they feel like they need to not date someone who's a nerd?
Yeah.
Because I've had friends who told me that they weren't interested in, like, dating a nerd. Like, the idea.
Was it because of, like, the nerdy stereotypes?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, like this.
Like, oh, you guys, you're all stinky. You live in your mom's basement. No, some of us make podcasts.
Yeah.
Okay?
And we've touched grass before. I've seen it before.
We've been outside.
It's green.
Many times. We go to conventions and we act normal.
Yeah. And we wear deodorant.
I wore so much deodorant. I
Yeah.
put on extra because I was like, we are beating the stinky anime fan allegations.
Yeah, you don't want that. You don't want to be the one caught lacking.
Listen, there were only a few at KatsuCon, but the ones who were lacking, they
They hard. They make up for a lot of us.
yeah.
Yeah.
One person made up for like 50 people wearing deodorant. I was like, whew, boy, my nose is not that good. If I can smell you,
Yeah.
you should probably go do something about that.
And that's sad, though, because I do wonder, like, I always try to give people the benefit of the doubt. Like, do they not know they stink?
Right.
Because, like, regardless, put on deodorant anyways. Like, even if you don't, like, smell it. Like, I don't put on deodorant because I smell myself. I put on deodorant so I don't smell myself.
Right.
But, like, still. Like, no.
Yeah.
I don't know. Either way. Yeah, I think, like, the few people that I'm thinking of offhand, it's always been like, the sit at home all day type, like because they were like into like active people or like just going outside and like hiking and doing stuff.
Okay, so download Pokemon Go and get moving, like we all did during the summer of 2016.
That was like the 1 week where like
we were so united.
Yo, America knew no division that week.
None.
Like there was no racism, sexism. There was no nothing.
No hate crimes.
There was just
Pokemon Go.
Just Pokemon Go. That was amazing. Yeah. And then we remembered who we were like a week later.
Yeah. We pulled our heads out of the clouds and we were like, oh, right. We all hate each other.
Yeah.
Okay. Some of us a lot more than others.
Good times. But yeah, I always want to see like what that's about. But I don't know. Maybe another episode, like whenever I get people to talk about stuff and things.
Or we get someone who's not a nerd to come on the nerd podcast and be like, what do you think about nerds? And then be like, I don't know. That's it. That's the episode. Yeah. Thanks so much.
I need you to know.
Tune in next time when we talk about our wild IUP stories.
It's going to be a 17-second episode. But before we go, you know what time it is. I know what time it is.
Oh,
but more importantly, you know what time it is.
Yeah, I do.
Do the thing.
I'm doing the thing. My brain is blanking.
Your brain is not doing the thing. The thing is, people, what is a hot take that you have right now? Offhand, go.
Okay. I don't know if it's a hot take. It's just what I've been thinking about.
It could be a cold take. It could just be a normal take.
All right. It's a warm take. Berserk is one of the most brilliantly written series ever.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. The way I could do like a whole separate thing, but it is phenomenal. The foreshadowing, the way that he delicately handles like the trauma that happens to people, the ways that he just implies like villain's gonna be villainous. Mm-hmm. Like it's so phenomenal.
Okay.
Yeah. And also his art style is insanely detailed. I don't know how he did that, but he did.
Okay. I have a take.
Okay.
That somewhat goes against how I feel.
Okay.
But I don't know how to categorize it. I'm going to talk.
All right, you start talking.
Yeah. So, have you heard about Marvel and the Fantastic Four casting of Silver Surfer?
Yes.
So, Silver Surfer will be played by a woman, right?
Yep.
In the comics, that's happened. Some people know that, who are actually fans. Most people who are mad just think it's another woke attempt on Marvel.
So those people just hate women.
Yeah. My take is, I don't personally care who plays Silver Surfer.
Nope.
I think the character itself just looks dope. As long as it looks good, I don't care. But that's not the take. The take is, kind of don't think Marvel should do that. Reason being, the people who don't care are going to see it regardless.
Yeah.
The people who do care are not. So realistically, from a business standpoint, Marvel isn't gaining anything by making Silver Surfer a woman.
Right.
I don't think. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know what's in like their boardrooms or whatnot.
But do you think the number of people who will avoid it because Silver Surfer is a woman outweighs the number of people who go see it because Pedro Pascal is in it? Let's be honest.
Honestly, kinda. The reason I say that is if it's just this insulated.
Oh, because if they're bad people, Pedro Pascal's not a white guy, so they just
okay. It's not even that. It's not even that. I feel like if it was an isolated incident, then yeah, 100% agree that like Pedro Pascal like being
Reed Richards.
Yeah, Reed Richards. I feel like most people wouldn't care. But Marvel is already on like a bad foot for like most people. Like a lot of people are already done with Marvel. So like if it was just like if this was fresh out of Endgame, 100%. Like it didn't matter who cast. I don't think it would have mattered who
That's true.
Plays Silver Surfer. But now that Marvel is already doing bad, like you seen the Marvels, right? And
I didn't hate the Marvels though.
that's what I'm saying.
I liked it more than Quantumania.
The Marvels is not a bad film.
No.
So the fact that it did so bad is proof of how much people are over Marvel right now. That movie did bad. That movie doing bad had nothing to do with the movie itself.
I have another hot take that's Marvel related. So I don't know if you saw, but they announced that they're not going to do more projects like Captain Marvel 3 or Ant-Man 4 or Eternals 2 because they're going to focus on, quote, guaranteed hits. That's not a thing. There are, guaranteed hits is not a real thing. No one knew Iron Man was going to be a hit when it came out.
That's fair. That's
guaranteed hits is something you made up because you didn't want to continue these characters.
Guaranteed hits is what you establish after the fact.
Right.
So
you're at the starting over point now. There aren't guaranteed hits. You're introducing new people.
I think that's a terrible take that they have.
Yes.
They need to focus on making good films.
Right. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying I want to sit through Ant-Man 4 after what Quantumania was, but fair. Guaranteed hits is not a real thing.
Yeah.
You can't possibly guarantee. The only guaranteed hit they had was Endgame.
Yeah.
But that was because they had years of established characters and story culminating with that movie. That's a guaranteed hit because you worked for it.
Realistically, that movie could have been bad and it still probably would have broke records.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And that's kind of somewhat what I'm getting with this is that Fantastic Four is not even close to being a guaranteed hit. A lot of people will see it just because of the name. Yeah. But Marvel being woke, whatever, with the casting, which I don't necessarily know that that's woke. I just think that's them trying to be different from the comics.
Yeah, they're trying to do something different than the early 2000s movies, which hopefully means make a good Fantastic Four movie.
I was young when I seen them, but I'm not gonna lie, I didn't hate them. I'm not saying they're good.
I watched them recently, and well,
there's your problem. You watch them as an adult.
I mean, I just love Chris Evans, so seeing him as Johnny Storm, I was like, okay, this is my favorite. That he is just two direct opposite people in the Marvel universe. But yeah, Silver Surfer was. It was definitely a movie that I watched.
Yeah,
that definitely happened.
Actually, you've seen it.
Yeah, so I'm curious to see how they do it differently now.
Right.
And also, I'm excited about the cast. I love Pedro Pascal. I love Joseph Quinn. Very excited to see how they do.
I think so. And that's the thing. Marvel's hiring all these big names. I think as an attempt to get people to watch these films and whatnot. Yeah. They don't need big names. They need a good film.
Right.
The end.
Right. So, but at least we know Pedro Pascal is going to put his heart and soul into it, no matter what. So that'll make it better.
Yeah. I think with playing it safe or guaranteed hits or whatnot, I kind of think Marvel I don't want to say cave to the white man because absolutely not, but certain things I kind of don't think they should change because that's change it for the sake of making it better, not for the sake of changing it.
Right.
Again, I don't care that Silver Surfer is going to be played by a woman. Nope. I don't care at all. I don't think that changes anything in any way, shape, or form.
Nope.
Silver Surfer can be anyone. But I do know there's a lot of people who are mad, and I do realize that certain changes don't necessarily, if it doesn't add to the story, it doesn't make it better, then And I would say kind of going back on a conversation we had previous about I don't know if it was me and you talked about this specifically, but what's her name? Ariel from Little Mermaid. Making Ariel black doesn't necessarily make the story better, but casting Halle Bailey, that made the movie better. 100%. I understand why they casted her specifically. So I don't think it was necessarily
I saw the trailer of her singing part of your world, and I was like, oh, this is a good pick.
Yeah, she was dope. Yes,
remember we posted that reel that we deleted the same day because people were real mad at me, and somebody was like, I wonder how they feel about the new Little Mermaid, and I was like, yes, because deaf people and mermaids are the same thing. Shut up.
For people.
Yeah, first of all, they're mermaids. They're not real.
Allegedly. We don't know.
That's true. That's true.
I don't know.
Don't quote me on that. They might be real.
I hope they're not because
that'd be kind of terrifying.
Black Panther, don't get me wrong, I've known of sirens, but Black Panther made it scary for me, yo.
Yeah, they did.
They just sing a song that actually kind of sounds good. It was creepy, but I liked it. And then you
die?
Yeah, via water?
Yeah, I don't want that. That's why I don't go in the ocean.
especially at that bridge in Baltimore. Top 10 fares, and that's at number 1. So top fare.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
Anyways, that's going to end it for this podcast because we're talking about fares and stuff, and I don't like where this is going.
Yeah, same.
We started talking about water, and I'm like, I don't like this part no more. Let us know below, though, if you are a nerd or not a nerd. Do you think you can date someone who is or is not? Whatever you are, the opposite. Let me know.
Give us all the comments, please.
Yes, please. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for next week's episode.
When we drop an episode that we filmed like a month ago.
Listen, you won't know, except you will, because we just told you.
You will, because we recorded one the day that they announced that Akira Toriyama died, and we did a whole moment of silence. People are going to know.
They won't. How will they know?
Because we just told them.
Yeah, they'll know. Either way, I'm Moya Media.
And I'm PortgasD Sara.
We are out. Peace.
See ya.
Watch out for Medusa. You know money seduces. It'll make you douche. It'll make you throw the deuces. Careful what you wish. It might be what you get. And you know the truth is